So we are back in our timeline, and now I cleaned this video. I have a nice beginning, I have a nice ending, I have some B-roll footage above my YouTube video, and in this video I'm talking about playground, and you see people running. It's really not connected with each other, but this is just an example, okay? So now we want to add some music to this YouTube video. So remember to open the media pool, go to your music folder, click on it, and here I imported 3 songs that I might like to use. Here you can change the volume of the song. The music is always really loud when you just download it from MusicBed. And if you double click on it, you see the music track in here. When you see the music track, you can scroll through your track with your mouse. Or you can go up here, and this is the whole music track, and you can really good see the end of the first part and the begin of the second part. So let's listen to it. Okay, it sounds pretty nice. So let's say we want to have the first part of this audio clip, and we basically do the same as the video selection. We create an endpoint. Here we create an out point, hit O on your keyboard, and now we selected this part of the song. And now you can grab your song and put it beneath your video. And you immediately see that this song is way too long for my YouTube video. So let's cut this song and make it smaller. So we go all the way to the end of my video. And we make this track even bigger to have a better overview of the song. Zoom in. Because this will tell you a lot of how the song will go. And what do I mean with this? It tells you a lot on when the beat kicks in, for example. You see these waveforms. This is basically every time the beat hits. So I want my music to end before the beat kicks in. We go with the red line to the begin of that beat. Here, we're going to select the music clip, select our razor tool, cut, select our selection tool, select the right part of the music track. We don't need it. We're going to delete it. And now let's zoom out and let's listen to it.
I've been there. I've been through that struggle as well. But trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process.
All right, so the next thing that you want to do, you want to manipulate the volume of this song. The next step is to open the mixer. Where to find the mixer and what is the goal for the mixer. So right here you can find the mixer. The mixer shows you how loud your volume is of every single track. So right here we are in audio track number 1. If you look here, you see audio track 1. Right here we have our music in audio track number 2. And right here we see audio track number 2. And when you listen to this small example video, you hear that this music is way too loud, and you will hear that the volume of this voiceover is way too low. Now let's listen to both of the audio tracks, the voiceover and the song.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well. But trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process. It not only helps you to get a clear picture of the project, but it also frees up your mind.
You hear that the soundtrack is way too loud. So we want to listen to the soundtrack once again, but we don't want to listen to the voiceover. So how can you do this? You see here 2 options, solo and mute. So if you hit solo, that means only audio track number 2 will play on your timeline. Let's listen to it. So you don't hear me speaking. So now you want to change the volume level of the soundtrack to a volume that is nice for your ears. Because if you use background music for YouTube video or for another project, you always want it lower than the voiceover. So how can you change this? There are two different ways. You can grab this line up here and you can drag it all the way down. And if you look into the inspector tool, you see that you lower the volume. Drag it all the way to -15, or you can push the volume and make it louder and drag it all the way up. If you go to volume, you can also change that here. And if you want to change it to the normal setting, hit this arrow key and it's back to normal. So now the question is, how loud does the background music needs to be? So let me show you on this meter. So on this meter right here, you see numbers. -50, -40, -30, -20, -15, -10, -5, and 0. I would advise you, when you have background music, to sit between the -30 and -20. So let's check if this is right. We see that it is way too loud, okay? It peaks around -5. So let's drag this all the way down to somewhere -15 or -20. Let's listen to it again. So now you want to add some effects to your background music, because your background music now starts immediately to play. And you want it to start really low and slowly push the volume up. How can you do this? Two different ways. So right up here you have this control. If you drag it all the way to the right, so this line means that right here the volume is 0 and slowly comes to life until -11 or -12. So let's listen to it. Sounds way better. On this line, you see you have another function with this knob. So what this knob basically does, it will slowly fade in this music with a really nice soft curve. And you can drag it even more longer, so it will really slow, starts from 0 until -12. Let's listen to it. Okay, you can do exactly the same for the end of your video. Now let's listen to it. Now our background music is good to go. Now we need to listen to our voiceover and we want to solo it.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process.
Okay, the loudness is not that bad, but I think the loudness for a voiceover needs to be around -10. Should be all right. Let's see what it does.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well.
Okay, you see that it peaks around -5. Let's lower the volume with -3.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well.
Okay, now you see it peaks a little bit, and a little bit is not really bad. It's somewhere between -5 and -10 is just good for your YouTube videos. Now, DaVinci Resolve really implemented something great for your voiceover. And you can find it right here it called voice isolation and dialogue leveler. So if you listen to my voice, it sounds really hollow.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process.
And now let's say that you have some noise in the background and you want to delete that. Just simply hit voice isolation. And what this tool does is it will isolate all your noise in the background. So you can choose the amount. I would set it to 80. And let's listen to it again.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process.
Sounds different, right? So we have the dialogue leveler. So with the dialogue leveler, you have different options. Okay, you can allow wider dynamics. You can optimize the moderate levels, more lifts for low levels, lift soft, whispery sources. So it can happen that your voice is not consistent. So what you're gonna do is you want to give more gain, more lift to the low levels. So let's listen to it. And probably this part of the video goes as same as this part.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process.
But you can play around with this setting. It's really good for VoiceOver Basic. Don't worry too much. If you just start out with your first YouTube video, you want to use video isolation when you have lots of background noise and you want to use the more lifts for low levels. Then you can do the same for your second audio clip.
It not only helps you to get a clear picture of your project, but also frees up your mind.
Okay, now you see we are around -10 and I put it back to 0 because with this effect on, it just balanced out perfect volume of my voiceover. So now I want to add a slow fade in here as well. And I want to add a slow fade out right up here. We're gonna listen to it with the background music on. So let's enable this solo track. And now we hear both the background music and my voiceover.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process. It not only helps you to get a clear picture of your project, but also frees up your mind.
So now I would decide to lower the volume even more of the background music, -20, and then I would listen it again.
I've been there, I've been through that struggle as well, but trust me, the playground method has been a game changer for my editing process. It not only helps you to get a clear picture of your project, but also frees up your mind.
Perfect. This sounds pretty good. Yeah, now we're good to go and move on to create your first title.